Chicago, man, what are you doing? You massacred my boy over here. This is a tweet that I wanted to start the video off on, July 27th, 2021, from Michael Trakos, who is indeed a writer for Post Media on the NHL. If you didn't think Chicago was for real after trading for Seth Jones, acquiring Marc-André Fleury certainly puts them with Tampa Bay and Vegas as early Cup contenders. Now, I guess that's not too inaccurate because Vegas is not really doing all too well in the standings. I think they have one more win than Chicago. Tampa Bay is a little bit better, but still not at the top of the league like you would have expected, but Chicago is one of the two winless teams in the NHL at the moment, alongside of the Arizona Coyotes. The Coyotes are a team that's kind of in the wheelhouse of the Blackhawks instead, and the Coyotes traded away... they traded away Oliver Ekman-Larsson, they traded away Connor Garland, they traded away... Christian Dvorak, and they acquired all these bad players and contracts and draft picks. Arizona's a tanking team right now, and that is the team that Chicago is kind of in the mix with right now. So this tweet, talking about the Blackhawks being an early Cup contender, yeah, sorry, Michael, does not seem like that's the case at all. Marc-Andre Fleury being the reason he even made this tweet over here has been a lot worse statistically than you would have expected, and I'm going to say it right here. I don't really think it's his fault 100%. Of course, the goalie himself is responsible for his own save percentage and whatnot, but still, circumstantially, we're going to talk about Marc-Andre Fleury here today and how the Blackhawks have really, you know how people say you put them in a position to succeed? They've done the exact opposite here. They've put Fleury in a prime position to fail. Let's take a look at the 4 games that Fleury has played so far. He's played against Detroit, the Islanders, the Penguins, and the Colorado Avalanche. And if we go game by game, you can kind of see where things lie. The Colorado Avalanche game, the first game that Fleury played, a 4-2 loss. He let in 4 goals on a total of 36 shots against, which is not bad. 889 as a save percentage is bad, but considering the circumstances, you're playing Colorado, that's a good team. It's not the worst thing in the world. The next game, though, against the Pittsburgh Penguins, 10 shots against, 4 goals against, a .6 save percentage, so really not great. You have yourselves the Islanders, the next game, that was another 4-goal against game in 29 shots, and then the Red Wings yesterday was a 6-goal against game with 37 shots. The Red Wings were just pounding on Fleury, the defense was kind of hanging them out to dry. There was that one play, I think it was the Bertuzzi goal, where Kirby Dach was completely just skating by, not even skating, he was gliding by over towards the net. He didn't take a man, he just completely let the play happen in front of him. And defensive breakdowns like that on the Kirby Dach play are kind of what I'm seeing a lot from this Blackhawks team, and it's kind of what is ultimately dooming Marc-Andre Fleury. You take a look at the regular season, he's played an average of 46 minutes a night because he got pulled after 11 minutes in the Pittsburgh game. He's got a .575 goals against average and an .839 save percentage. This guy was the best goalie in the league last year. And to go from that with a Vegas Golden Knights team that admittedly is a lot more known for its defense than the Chicago Blackhawks are, with a .928 save percentage and a 1.99 goals against average. He played 36 out of the 56 total NHL games for the Golden Knights. And as we said, when you take a look at the circumstances of these two teams, guess what? In Vegas, Marc-Andre Fleury got used to playing behind Shea Theodore, Nick Hague, Alec Martinez, Alex Pietrangelo. They've got some really capable defenders in that system, and it's not even just the talent of the guys on the team, it's the systems they play as well. The strategies, the shutdown style. Vegas was always a rough and tough team, and they would always go up against forecheckers, making it very difficult for teams to get sustained offense. Now, Montreal kind of broke that down because they replied with their own rough and tough, break down the opposition kind of style, which helped them go to the finals. But for Marc-Andre Fleury, he was in a position where he actually did pretty well, and it's why he won the Vezina. In the Montreal series, though, he wasn't as good as he was in the rest of the playoffs, nor was he as good as he was in the regular season. In fact, that one goal against where he gave it away to Josh Anderson to tie it late and lose in overtime was arguably the crux that broke the Golden Knights down in that series. But now, you go from a team that has such a good defensive strategy in Vegas, and you go over to Chicago. Who's their best defenseman? Is it Seth Jones? I mean, everybody loves to hate on Seth Jones, and everybody loves to love Seth Jones at the same time. It's kind of funny how that works. But you look at who else is on this gosh darn team. Ian Mitchell. Okay, I like Ian Mitchell, but he's a young guy, not going to break in and be an effective game changer right away. Calvin DeHaan, okay, he's there. Eric Gustafsson was really not good enough to stick around with Montreal. Connor Murphy, he's really not the best. Caleb Jones is over there too. And sure, yes, you do have Jake McCabe as well, whom I've been praising a ton because he was honestly a really good shutdown defenseman with the Buffalo Sabres last season in the limited sample size he did play. But at the end of the day, Jake McCabe or not, you're still 0-5-1. So this hockey team has been completely crapping the bed, and for Marc-André Fleury, he has to take the brunt of that because he is the goaltender. And in fact, we've had too many highlights in the past week or so of Marc-André Fleury going out there wanting to slam his stick either on the ice or on the goalpost or on the boards or something. And when it comes to those moments, you know, I get that Fleury is Fleury. He's a legend in this hockey league for sure. 3 Stanley Cups, 5 appearances in the finals, whatever. But we only really saw that out of Fleury once last year, didn't we? Like, I didn't watch all the Vegas Golden Knights games, but Fleury breaking down and wanting to smash his stick on something only happened once, didn't it? If I'm wrong about that, somebody please correct me in the comments section, but the one that sticks out to me is Josh Anderson scoring that giveaway goal where Fleury then wanted to hit the post. But we've seen this play several times this year, haven't we? In the Pittsburgh game where he gave up Drew O'Connor's first NHL goal after misplaying it behind the net. In yesterday's game against the Red Wings where the Blackhawks guy kicked it in after Tyler Bertuzzi got a foot on it. It's been rough, and for Marc-André Fleury, you take a look at what happened last season. Okay, he wants to go out there and retire in Vegas. He is now 36 years old, and he wants to stick around in the city that has accepted him, that he had been the face of, and a team that he was with since the very beginning. They went to the finals together, whatever. He wants to stay there, his family wants to stay there, and they're a pretty good hockey team. The problem is they've got Robin Lehner, and he is honestly off to a pretty rough start as well, to be fair. But he wants to stick around with a team where he won the Vezina Trophy with, and that was projected to being a good team to kick off this year. But then he gets sent away to Chicago in a trade that he wasn't aware of and that he wasn't informed of until he saw it on Twitter, and he's debating it. Okay, wow, I might actually retire here. There was the entire Alan Walsh controversy about him telling other NHL teams, okay, don't trade for Fleury, he's gonna retire on you. If you try to acquire this guy, he's just not gonna play. But that didn't sway Fleury from suiting up for the Blackhawks, which is why he ended up starting out with the team. He made the decision to go over there and help the team out and be their goalie, even though he's making however many millions of dollars he's making a season. And now he's off to this start, which was honestly like the worst case scenario that you could have asked for, right? Like, you could not have asked for a worse season for the Blackhawks. And even though on paper, I know I said in my own video too that I think the Blackhawks are going to be really scary based off of the additions they had to their team, it honestly kind of shocks me to see how things have gone. Like, just the names, you know? Taves is back. Doc is back. You still have Kane. You still have DeBrincat. Both those guys have been pretty good. Okay, no, you don't have Kane anymore, by the way. And then Seth Jones and Jake McCabe and Fleury. This team just has not worked out. And, you know, it's kind of got to go back to the top of the ship over here. Yeah, Jeremy Colleton, how long is his job going to last, dude? You see how the Blackhawks fans booed the heck out of their head coach when his name was announced in the home opener. And you saw how yesterday he handed the whiteboard to the players and they gave it back to him with a play drawn up. That's so bizarre to me, dude. I've never seen a coach actually let the players do what it is that they want instead of giving them a set strategy when they're going out there trying to score a goal. But either way, let me know in the comments what do you think about Chicago, the Blackhawks, Fleury, how he has played so far, what Jeremy Colleton is doing to help this out, and just your sentiments towards the situation in general. I hope you enjoyed this video. 99, and bye.